S&D makes things as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Sprezi, our proprietary category management tool that helps increase your sales. Sprezi can tell you which coffee blends are in high demand at each store and provide a detailed demographic report that will give insight to your consumer profile and focus your advertising and marketing. Category performance is a reflection of making great choices, and S&D is uniquely qualified to help turn insights into actionable category plans. If you desire to be a coffee destination, take a closer look at S&D.
During CSP's Outlook Leadership Conference in Salt Lake City last week, NACS Chairman Tom Robinson, president of Robinson Oil, shared a mid-year State of the Industry report presenting convenience store data from the first 4 months of 2012. Starting with an 8.8% increase in total store sales, Robinson said the industry is off to a healthy start for the year.
And in particular, I'll start off in the middle with the same store sales. As I mentioned earlier, they were up 5.4%. Food service strong, up 11.6%. Merchandise sales are not bad at 4.5%, but if you pulled out cigarettes, they'd be up 7.5%. As you can see, cigarette sales for the first 4 months have been pretty flat. From the standpoint of gross profit dollars, again, in store up about 6%, food service up 10.7%, merchandise up 4.6%, and merchandise without cigarettes would be up slightly over 7%. Cigarettes for the first 4 months, gross profit dollars are down almost 5%. Direct store operating expenses, just to highlight a couple of numbers in there I mentioned, they were up 5.1%. I beat up a little bit on the credit card charges already. But wages and benefits, I think, is going to be the interesting one to watch. Not necessarily now, although it is up 5%. I think it's going to be interesting to watch as we get into the whole healthcare thing. I suspect that number is going to be a much larger number in 2014. Moving to the quartiles, I guess there's really no secret how you get to be a top quartile company. You just sell more stuff. And what you can see in every one of those categories, the top quartile sells more than the second and the third and the fourth group. Certainly significant numbers in cigarettes, packaged prepared foods. The only number in there that's really sort of the anomaly is that cold dispensed beverages, which certainly doesn't make any sense to me. It's not consistent with last year, 2011. I suspect by the time we get to the end of the year, that number will also be the highest number of those four. The top quartile sells more fuel, almost 50% more than the other three quartiles. More gallons, more merchandise sales, more food service. And from a people standpoint, the turnover in the top quartile is almost half the rest of the groups. The other number I think is kind of interesting, or the numbers in there, is you got the labor cost per hour, but the wage costs for all of the groups are all pretty much the same. It's really in benefits that the top quartile pays more for benefits. And lastly, the number that me as an owner is most concerned about, the store operating profit or the EBITDA number, either way, is 17,389 is the top quartile number. What I think is really interesting with those numbers is that the top quartile is twice the second quartile. The second quartile is twice the third quartile, and it would certainly appear that the bottom quartile has their work cut out for them.
Reporting for CSP TV, I'm Steve Holtz.